Clements. This is NBC 10 News Today.
Good morning, 6 o'clock on this Monday morning. I'm Jared Floyd, and alongside meteorologist Brian Briggs, meteorologist Lexi Birmingham, Kristen Mergen, and Isabel Albritton are running the news desk this morning on NBC 10 News Today. And full team coverage. A lot of us have been up here since last night just to make sure that we didn't get stuck where we were, like a lot of folks will likely be as we head through the day. Look at the tower cam, and you can see that the road conditions continue to deteriorate. This is the Ike Hamilton Expo Center parking lot. And this is Main Road here, and then you can see the Hilton Garden Inn across the street, kind of catty-corner from our studios. And let's take a look at some of the other traffic cams across the area. A look at Texas Avenue at this hour, and we were looking at this about 2 or 3 o'clock, and there were some pretty well-defined ruts in the interstate. Those look like they filled back in. You can see a little bit of them there, but the winter accumulation, mainly in the form of freezing rain and sleet so far, along the I-20 corridor in Ouachita Parish, continues to kind of recoat the roads. Now, I did see right before we came out of this break a couple of DOTD vehicles with their lights flashing, perhaps going to treat these roads again, but unfortunately a lot of that will just kind of melt the top layer, and then guess what? It's going to refreeze right all over again. A look at 5th Street, where the on-ramps and off-ramps have been closed. This is, again, a better look at some of these ruts in the interstate that do show at least perhaps maybe some traction for the few cars that are driving. I will say this, though. It has been good news today so far in the realm of the fact that a lot of areas, folks have just been staying home, exactly the way they should be doing. A look at Highway 165 at Highway 80. This is the overpass, the Louisville overpass, I believe, at 165 and Highway 80 in Monroe. You can see, again, an overpass that is less than ideal. These elevated surfaces. This is a DOTD vehicle, I believe, flashing lights and all, probably coming to retreat this overpass at this hour. Let's take a look at the live storm tracker Doppler radar, the Barron Mosaic radar. And while we are starting to see precip rates lighten up across southeast Texas, we still have several hours left of precipitation, and at some point in the next, I would say, hour to 2 hours, a good chunk of this area should change over to snow. And that's been this line here that even Brian commented on it earlier, the fact that this dividing line between the sleet and freezing rain and the snow may actually be fairly accurate at this point. It's been crazy all morning, and it hasn't been anywhere close to accurate for most of the morning. But now, like Brian said, and I agree with him, I think this line's a pretty good dividing line between the freezing rain and sleet to the southeast and the all snow to the northwest. Clearly, as all of this moves to the north and east, as this upper level disturbance ejects, then we'll see the heaviest precip of the morning over the next few hours. And yes, few lightning strikes to the southwest of Alexandria, so thunder snow and thunder sleet will remain possible this morning, rather. Let's take a look outside live with meteorologist Lexi Birmingham. She's volunteered graciously to be out there in the middle of this mess. Lexi, what's going on?
Hey, good morning, everyone. Again, I just stepped outside once again, and it is continuing to fall as sleet. And even if there is snow falling at this time, you can't really tell because all I can feel and see and hear is these little ice pellets falling from the sky, and of course that is sleet. Just taking a look behind me, just take a look at the white that we're seeing right now. This is all ice. This isn't even snow. I'm just going to bend down real quick and pick up some of this. And you can see it's not even sticking together, so you can see all these ice pellets that are falling from the sky. Winds are picking up just a little bit, so yes, even though we're sitting in the upper teens and maybe even the 20s in some areas, it's probably feeling like the lower teens, maybe even the single digits outside. So again, it's just going to be one of those days you want to stay at home, and again, stay off those roadways. They're going to get dangerous because, again, freezing rain and sleet will freeze once it comes in contact with the ground. Again, road temperatures are 32 degrees or below at this time. So again, here's another look at what we're currently seeing right here, and kind of getting a little bit of what we call a little sand blast here because the ice is hitting my face. But you can just see this is not going to be a January 11th snow day event where we have those big fat snowflakes and the roadways are actually pretty okay. This is actually a completely different scenario. So like we mentioned, just make sure you stay off the road, stay at home today.
All right, thanks so much, Lexi. And it's 20 degrees, by the way, outside at the Monroe Airport. 17 in Ruston this morning, 14 in El Dorado and Camden. We're looking for daytime highs about 21. That's about as good as we're going to do. Overnight lows tonight, single digits for the first time in decades for much of the ARC limit. Stay warm, stay safe, and if you can, stay off those roads. Now to the news desk. Chris and Isabel have more winter storm coverage for you. Take it away, guys.
All right, thank you, Jerry.